Good evening, and welcome to Macon's Minute. I am your host, Tony Anthony Macon, here to entertain and somewhat enlighten you. Tonight's topic: are we getting Liam Neeson the fuck up out of here? Also, Jesse Smollett's back in the news. Smollett. He's talking about, he's the new Tupac. And 21 Savage. There was a song Sean Paul had called Deport Them. They trying to get 21 Savage the fuck up out of here. In a different way of how we trying to get Liam Neeson the fuck up out of here. Let's get to it. Before we do, I come to you with a heavy heart. I just want to say rest in heaven to John Merritt. Great father, a great husband, good friend, great friend, great bowler. Good guy, man, all around. I was just glad to have known him, had some great conversations with him. Went to a bowling tournament with him, myself, Theon, Jonathan, JP, and Rodney Evans. Had a great time, and I knew him before then, but got to know him a little bit more during that time out there, and just always had some great conversations. Always positive, man. Always had a positive vibe anytime. And always had jokes and laughs, man. I always laughed when I saw him, man. BC! That was the first thing he would say when he see me, man. Dap me up, and yeah, man, I'm gonna miss that guy, man. Rest in heaven, man. Salute. Liam Neeson. Are we getting him the fuck up out of here? Liam Neeson recently did an interview regarding his new movie that's coming out, Cold Pursuit. And in this movie, I guess he plays as a bit of revenge, like I guess all the fucking movies he's in, like Taken and so forth, where action movie, a normal action movie with Liam Neeson. I guess what to expect. But in this interview, he spoke of a time in which he had revenge on his mind. A friend of his was raped, and it was a very close friend of his, so he was upset about the situation. He asked her, what happened and what was the color of the guy. Liam Neeson said it was a black man, and so it sent him into a fury of rage, in which he said he was looking to kill any black bastard that he saw. So I was trying to unpack this, because I saw that and I'm like, oh yeah, Liam Neeson is canceled, right? Then he jumped on Good Morning America, and he explained how during that time, well, he said it was 40 years ago, and he also said during that time he sought out help in the form of a priest so he could tell him his feelings. And I took all that in consideration. Said maybe, I guess he feels he's a changed man. But the biggest thing about it was I heard no apology for his thoughts, his feelings. See, it's one thing to just want to kill a man because you're mad at the human race of someone, but you black bastards. So you see color. You definitely do. Because when she told you what happened, your first thought was not just, okay, it was a man, it was, what color was he? And so that made me start to think, like, if you have to ask what color it is, it's your anger may have been less had she said it was a white man. Maybe you wouldn't have been so upset. You know? But being that it was a black man, it made you want to go out and just kill any, not the guy that was the culprit, but just any black bastard. Your words. Any black bastard that you saw. This story is hot on Twitter right now too, because I've come across a lot of people. Because my thoughts is I'm like, we got to get Liam Neeson the fuck up out of here. But there were some race apologists that's been speaking on his behalf. People have felt like, well, it was 40 years ago, and said by Terry Crews, he was at a fork in the road in life. Terry Crews has been doing some serious cooning lately. I think we need to get him the fuck up out of here too. Not only do we need to get Liam Neeson the fuck up out of here, but we need to get Terry Crews the fuck up out of here. Liam Neeson, his scheduled red carpet showing for Cold Pursuit has been canceled. And as I said, he's doing interviews now, and he was on Good Morning America after making that statement, downplaying it. There was no point in time where he asked for forgiveness for how he felt, as far as to saying that statement was one thing. I honestly, with those type of feelings, I don't know why he didn't take that shit to the grave. I don't know why he spoke out publicly to say this shit. I don't know if he was just, maybe he's getting old and senile now. Who knows? But what made him spit that out? If he's been holding on to it for all this time, did he think maybe that'll sell more tickets? I don't want to play the whole Trump thing. You know how people always say, oh man, blah, blah, blah. We're in the age of Trump now, and people are just saying everything, this, that, and the third. Nah. I just want to get Liam Neeson the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna just go out there and say it right now. If you were planning on seeing Cold Pursuit and you didn't know anything about this, I would say, if you're black, if you're white, and you do care about race relations, not to go see the movie. It's not much more to be said. No Cold Pursuit. In other news, 21 Savage. 21 Savage was picked up by ICE. 21 Savage was picked up by ICE. I've been bumping a lot of 21 Savage lately too, man. That shit, his song's been banging, man. Like, he's one of the new artists of this age and generation that I fuck with heavy. But I had no idea he was from the UK. I'm not even about to try to do a voice, UK impersonation. I don't have that. I don't even think I really have that in my repertoire. I don't think I got it. I can't do it. But yeah, it's an unfortunate situation for that young man. He was riding out and about with I think it said his cousin, and he got pulled over. And when he got pulled over, his cousin had a warrant, so that caused them to check everything in the car, check, everyone in the car and whatnot. And they also found out that 21 Savage was wanted by ICE. Now, ever since then, there's been memes that have been going around, memes galore. You've had just talking about how he was living the Atlanta gangster life, and he's been from the UK the whole time, which I thought was kind of weird. I mean, eh, shit, he's been here since he was 7, so if he's living in Atlanta, chances are, if he's in certain hoods, he gonna go up around some certain gangsters, and certain gangsters show him love, and that's his friend, that's his clique, that's his crew, and that's how he get down. Shit, some gangsters over in the UK, they come over here. It's not like gangsters just only live in urban areas. Gangsters are everywhere. So, trying to shoot down his cred, I thought was kind of crazy. But there's also conspiracy theories out there about why they were after him. And, it's weird that those conspiracy theories are out there because, well, I won't say it's weird. 21 has changed his persona in a sense. See, he was rapping that gangster lifestyle for the longest, and then recently he started to talk about how earlier last year he started to talk about how he wanted to be more than just that. He started talking about investing money. He started helping the youth with opening savings accounts and so forth. He was doing a lot in his community. So as a young black man, when you're doing things like that, you got away from the norm of where they just, you were just speaking about gangster shit, killing and bullshit, to where you're actually starting to spread the word of positivity and wealth. He went into a realm of where influence is everything. See, that's a big thing. So that for that to be out there, conspiracies that maybe it was to shut down his movement. I'm not fully behind that, but I'll give it to people if they want to go there. Some people were talking about, he said things about Trump. A lot of people say stuff about Trump. But if you're not popping, who gives a fuck? Did somebody snitch on him in his camp? Or just people who know about a situation? Did they snitch on him? Did they figure, fuck this nigga, and they started telling? Who knows? But I don't know, man. I want to go with just how simple it is. Sounds very simple. Sounds like he was on the radar he was on ICE radar, and being on ICE radar, the thing is a fucking traffic stop just happened. Just so happened. I mean, end of the day, it was in Atlanta, and it was during Super Bowl weekend, meaning a lot was going on as far as police presence. So just the smallest thing could have been the reason why he ended up in the situation he ended up in. It's unfortunate because they said he's on 23-hour lockdown, no contact with anyone. So for 23 hours, it sounds a little excessive. He gets about 10 minutes or so to speak to his managers and so forth. So, it may be a little bit over the top, being that he didn't commit a violent crime. Not only did he not commit a violent crime, it wasn't as if he's out here doing anything that we can see of illegally. So I understand him being detained, but as extreme as it is, that's a little bit different, you know. Also in the news, Jesse Smollett says he's the new Tupac. Jesse Smollett is calling himself the gay Tupac. This is all after the situation he had. Now, I'm not going to go back into that because I've already spoke my piece on my thoughts about Jesse and his situation. So, you know, I don't want to keep going over that because everything I've said is, I mean, it's pretty much added up, you know. We still don't have anyone in pursuit. The people, the images they've shown of people that they come across, you can't really see shit. So it's like we're still under the did it happen, you know. But that's a whole nother story. He's calling himself the new Tupac, the gay Tupac, or whatnot. But it's like, how, buddy? And, you know, it comes into the whole thing of being a revolutionary. Some people believe Tupac was a revolutionary, and maybe he thinks he's, by doing what he's going through, he's stood up and he's that guy for the gay community now that is leading the charge of fighting back. Now, if it was two white males that was out there to kick his ass, hang him up with a noose, he got off pretty easy, if you ask me. Because he was able to still walk away with a sandwich in his hand. That was one thing people just kind of ignored, that he still had that sandwich when he went back into his building. Tupac, you are not, sir. Be Jussie. Or just Jussie. Is it, because it's Jussie? Is it Jussie? I don't know. But last but not least, before I get out of here, I've talking about in previous episodes some of the music I listened to. As I was just talking about how I listened to 21 Savage, fuck with the Savage. But I've deleted someone from my playlist. Only because if you rap about certain shit, you gotta live that life. And I gotta get Tekashi the fuck up out of here. So let's see. I've gotten Liam Neeson the fuck up out of here. Terry Crews, we gotta get him the fuck up out of here. Mr. Race Apologist. And now we're getting Tekashi the fuck up out of here. Tekashi gotta go, man. He's out here snitching. They told that motherfucker he was gonna get 47 years, and he was telling on everybody in his crew. I don't know if you've been following, how many people have been following Tekashi and his case. And, you know, he's in jail right now, and yeah, I'm off his music, man. I can't fuck with it, man. I don't, you know, if you're gonna be rapping about the gangster shit, man, you gotta be about it. If you can't be in there singing to the cops now, went out like a bitch. If you go get 47 years, you might as well just say fuck it and get all the time they was gonna give it to you. Don't live to be a snitch only off unless they get you out. If they'll get you out in like 2 years, I wouldn't do it. I still wouldn't listen to your music, but fuck it. Take them 2 years and snitch all you want. But my nigga, or my little Puerto Rican, if they giving you 47 years anyway, snitching ain't worth it. Them Treyway boys go fuck you up. Please believe. This has been another Macon's Minute. Like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit my email up. You can reach me on all social media sites. Barcode 300 on Twitter and Instagram. Tony Anthony Macon on Facebook. But email me if you have any business inquiries. You can email me at Tony.Macon7@gmail.com. I answer all inquiries. And once again, rest in heaven to John Merritt. Showboat. Miss you.